Yo, no more black tears, man. We out of traffic, man. Mr. DJ Rose's in the building. Caesar C's, man. What's going on?
It was good, people.
Juice, man. What's
What it
happening?
do? Hey, okay, let's get it.
Very easy. What the business is.
So we chilling, man. You know, it's been a long week, man. So let's gonna get to it, y'all. So this week in sports.
It all happened in a week.
So right now, the World Series is in the background as we doing this right now. C's, Rose, Juice, man. What is y'all thoughts on the World Series from the players in the World Series to how both teams made it here, and y'all predictions on what's gonna happen? C's.
Got Yankees in 6. It's gonna be at least one blowout game. I think it's gonna be the Dodgers doing it. Both teams, man, played fairly well this season. It's been a long time since we had the Yankees back in it like this. A lot of good players. Stanton, I forgot about him for a minute, but ball tonight, man. Yeah, we'll see, man. It should be a good series.
Yeah, man. We watching it, and it was cool because we got to see Stanton hit a home run live. That was a big move when they made it a couple years ago, and people thought it was going to get to this point. Now the Yankees did shore up their pitching, and now that's what made them, the team they is today. But my biggest takeaway is Ohtani left the Angels last year, first year with the Dodgers, and he in the World Series, and he ain't throw a single pinch. So whether they win or lose, I'm interested to see if they can keep this core, how they will look once Ohtani, who most people think is the best player in the game, how he's going to look next year when he goes to pitching. Me personally, hey, I got the Yankees in 7. I think it's going to be a long series. But if the Dodgers can win Game 7, and let's say they're up by 3 to 4 runs, if it was me, I would have Ohtani go in the game and throw a couple pitches, bro, just to make history, man. Because I cannot think of the last time we've seen a player, hit and pitch in the World Series at the level he can do it at.
Yeah, I think the Dodgers are going to probably win, but I want to see the Yankees win. But I just have a feeling the Dodgers are going to win. Players to watch: Ohtani, Aaron Judge, Carlos Stanton. It's going to be a good series. It's been a long time since the I want to say the baseball has been on the East Coast and the West Coast. They've been the best two teams, or the best two teams They spent the most money in the last 4 or 5 years. So it was good to see them finally match up and see what's going on, put their money where their mouth is at. So.
Yeah, man. Like I said earlier, we got to see a bomb by Stanton, but another bomb that dropped this week was the trade of DeAndre Hopkins going to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Man, who got him on fantasy?
I got him in the 12-team league. Hey, man, I'm going to put him on the bench this week because I got other receivers that's better than him. But depending on how, I got some stacked receivers, dog. But depending on how he looks, though, hey, man, he might be up for trades, or he might be in my lineup and I might trade another receiver. But I just want to say real quick, DeAndre Hopkins has been the best receiver in that conversation, top 5 for the last 10 years.
Okay.
Even last year when he went to the Titans, I felt like he would have a down year. He still had, I think, 10 touchdowns or 7 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards, like 75 to 90 catches with no quarterback play.
That's right.
This season he's been bad, but the quarterback play has been even worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I'm going to say this right here. Yeah, he played with Deshaun Watson for like a couple years, but Deshaun Watson and that nigga Pat Mahomes. They two different niggas.
Right.
They two different niggas. So I cannot wait to see what DeAndre Hopkins, because I'm going to say this right here. If you ask me, fuck the best receiver in the league. If you just said, like, when Marvin Harrison, and people said, who's the best receiver? Marvin Harrison, Terrell Owens, and Randy Moss, and people said, well, Marvin Harrison got the best hands. If you was to ask me this generation since 2010, who had the best hands, it's only one nigga I can argue with Hopkins, and that's Larry Fitzgerald. Because when that ball touches Hopkins' hands, that shit sticks. Hopkins has had some of the best one-handed catches we've ever fucking seen. And you put him with someone like Pat Mahomes, he doesn't need to get wide open. He just needs the ball in his vicinity.
That's what I'm saying.
And he will catch it, man.
There you
So
go.
I'm excited for this because I'm one of those people. I love to see great players play with great players. I love to see Hall of Famers play with Hall of Famers. As much as I hate Tom Brady, I love that season with him and Randy Moss because I like to see greatness with greatness, and I cannot wait to see what this team looks like with DeAndre Hopkins.
10 times better.
Him originally going to the Titans was a bad move to begin with.
He had no control over that.
That whole just core, like the team, like they made the trade and everybody's like, okay, what the fuck's going on?
They paid the money. That's all.
They paid the money. It's like we knew nobody expected the Titans to play well with him. In addition, it's like, okay, it's a trade they thought they needed to make. Him going to the Chiefs is definitely gonna make them a better team overall.
Chiefs need him. They need him. So it's gonna be beautiful, man. They don't need Hill no more. See, I was like, Hill need to go back to KC, but when they got Hopkins, I'm like, they good. They should be good because he a speedster and he can catch anything. Like I haven't seen him drop a pass. Have you ever seen him drop a pass?
Recently,
I mean, he dropped the pass this season, man, but I ain't gonna lie, I feel like he has been disengaged from the games this year.
I think he's gonna be back in it though. It's just now he with.
Man, he's with the best quarterback in the game, and he got a chance to win to win the championship. Win the Super Bowl. And let's be honest,
Start clicking
as
again.
good as Deshaun Watson was, and even when he went to the Cardinals and he had Kyler Murray for 2 years, and people thought that would be a good matchup, he's never been in a situation where we legitimately felt like he could win a championship, and he can do that now.
Oh, definitely. They should. But it looks good on paper, but they got to line up, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Rose?
yeah, I want to say Keyshawn said this is the biggest acquisition that the Chiefs has ever made. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's not the best wide receiver. I don't know if he's better than Tyreek Hill. I would take Tyreek Hill over him, but
We talking about at this stage of his career, right?
yeah, right now,
Not primes.
right now.
Okay, right now. Okay, cool.
Yeah, the last 4 years, I would take Tyreek Hill probably over him, but for them to pick him up, it's big time. I want to see what he does though. I hope he does well.
Mr. Rose, you would take. I got Tyreek Hill on my fantasy, and he's garbage right now, bro. 2 points, bro. This nigga ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
No. You saying you would take Tyreek Hill right now
You
over Hopkins right
did
now?
you say 2 points?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you say 2 points?
Yes, I got him.
You said 2 points.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of 2 points, last night in Thursday Night Football, the game changed on a crucial safety, which is 2 points, by the way, in the Vikings-Rams game. Yo, I watched the game. I watched some of it before I went to work. I watched the rest when I got to work. I've been a big supporter of the Vikings because I love the fact that Sam Darnold has resurrected his career. He actually played well last night. Justin Jefferson played. He was a man. He was a man. 115 yards. They couldn't do nothing with him. Cooper Kupp came back, had a touchdown. Puka Nuka came back and balled. Straight ball. And Calvin Williams, who had been quiet some games, had 95, 97 rushing yards. But I gotta touch on them 2 points you talk about, Rose. I'm Juice Man. Yo, how did you miss that face mask on Sam Darnold in the end zone? You get paid to make these calls because now we go from it being a safety, which puts the game out of reach, to now it's a 15-yard penalty. You at probably like the 25 or 30-yard line, and the Vikings have a chance to actually drive down the field and actually send this game to possibly overtime because Sam Darnold had looked good that game. Like they was throwing the ball on them boys, man. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of a little pissy, y'all, because in prize picks, I had that nigga Jordan Addison going over 60 yards, and I kind of wanted the game to go overtime, bruh. He had 22 yards, so had you made that call, he could have caught like a 20, 25-yard pass when the overtime caught some passes.
So you missed by one leg.
I missed by one, bruh. So instead of me getting $500, I had to settle for only $75. I could have got $500 last night. So refs, do a better job, man. Do a better job.
I'm about to say the refs are now getting paid to fuck these games up. Really, that brings me to the point. Metcalf and the Falcons, like nigga, this nigga got the nigga by the face mask, dragging him down the field. Like y'all don't see this shit. Y'all don't see this shit. Kansas City. They've been winning all their games by the ref.
They blind to the bullshit like Stevie Wonder.
This shit crazy. Like, how come we ain't researching all these refs getting paid? Like, what they driving to work? Like, these motherfuckers driving a Camry one day and come back in a Ferrari the next. Like, bitch, come on, man. Come on, NFL. Y'all got to do better with these refs calls because this shit's ridiculous.
Yeah, I seen the highlight of that one play. If you didn't watch the game, you would have thought it was a fucking collar. What do you call it?
Horse collar.
Where you would have thought it was a horse collar. And
which is a flag, too.
Well, not really. You would actually kind of look like they grabbed him by the front of his jersey. I don't know if that's called. I don't think that's a horse collar.
No, it's not. If you just grab the jersey itself, nah. But once you grab in that neck area of the shoulder pads, yeah, that's a horse collar.
Because the way I saw it, it looked like a horse collar. I didn't even notice him face mask, but then everybody's like, okay, yeah. You got to go back and play it, and it's like, oh shit, the ref's like, how's the ref right there? Because everybody's saying it's like you're.
Can we be real, y'all?
They get paid.
You know why that flag didn't get thrown? Because that was Sam Donald. like as much as I love what Sam Donald did,
anybody else?
If that was Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, that flag gets thrown. But it's Sam Donald, so the flag ref like, nigga, you wasn't gonna go score a touchdown anyway. Rose?
Had no chance.
Yeah, I watched the first half. It was pretty good. Puka Nua, he surprised me. I know he said he was gonna be back, but I didn't think he was gonna do what he did. I left him on the bench in one of my fantasy leagues because I was like, man, he's coming back. He's been on IR. They ain't gonna give him the ball like this. But yeah, they gave him the rock in between the numbers, and he kept doing his thing. And what they kept saying, he's one of the bigger receivers in the league. Doesn't look that big on the field, but he's one of the bigger receivers in the league. And also Cooper Kupp is a bigger receiver too. And he doesn't look that big. But both of them are 6'2" and better. So it's like
Kupp's like 6'4".
No, Kupp is 6'2", and I think Puka is probably 6'2" and a half. Both of them are 6. They're larger receivers. So there was Matt Stafford was abusing them boys in the middle of the field with Puka. And
Wait, did Stafford go to college yet?
UGA.
And Sam Donald went to USC, and those two are the best schools right now in college football. So moving on to Saturday football, are there any games in college football that you're looking forward to this weekend, C's?
Last week's shit that happened last week. SEC still running this thing. We already knew that, but two games I'm looking at. I'm looking at Oregon. My bad. Oregon is playing
Why you get
Illinois. They're playing Illinois. Illinois number 20. A lot of people are fans of this Illinois team. They can't handle Oregon. Let's just be honest. They can't. A number 2 Oregon. Oregon's just looking strong. We'll see. This might be the year of the upset. We'll see. If they do, it'll definitely change the top 5. It's gonna be some dynamic things happening with that. My other game is Notre Dame and Navy. Navy's still undefeated. Notre Dame 6-1. After that win last week, Notre Dame is one of the schools. If you're not in the SEC and you got to face Notre Dame, that's one of the teams to look out for. It's like, okay, we might have a game. So those are my two.
Yeah, I'm looking at Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech. Shout out TJ. Georgia Tech 5-3, Virginia Tech 4-3. That should be an interesting game. Also, Boise State, UNLV. Both of them only got one loss. Boise State 5-1, UNLV is 6-1. So I want to see if Boise State can continue to move up the rankings, and I also want to see if Austin Genty can also continue to assert dominance. You know what I'm saying? And Oklahoma and Ole Miss. Ole Miss got to win out, but they play Georgia. I want to say maybe next week. But Oklahoma came to the SEC crying. They want to go back to the Big 12 or the Big 10. They don't want to be here. They don't want these problems. You know what I'm saying? But Texas thought they wanted the problems, but Texas ain't wanting the problems either. So those are my games. I'm gonna see.
Yeah, man. Texas Vanderbilt, because Vanderbilt beat Alabama a couple weeks ago. They ranked number 25. Texas lost to Georgia embarrassingly. So let's see, can they bounce back? Is Vanderbilt going to be able to continue to show that they, can upset some of these schools? Missouri versus Alabama. once again, like Alabama, they got to win out pretty much to make the playoffs. So Missouri's ranked, I want to say. They've been a pretty good school in the SEC, so that's going to be interesting. But the game that I really am looking most forward to, and even though out of all the games I named, it's one team in the game that's just sorry. Miami versus Florida State. Florida State, since Jameis Winston had been there, like since 2012, had been a constant, I ain't gonna say powerhouse, but relevant factor in the ACC. They are terrible this year.
1-6.
Yes, they are terrible this year. But Miami, they look like, bro, y'all remember that 2001, 2002 Miami Hurricanes team with Sean Taylor, Ed Reed, and all them boys? This Miami team is looking, I ain't going to put it on that level, but they are looking good. They are undefeated. Their defense is amazing. The quarterback is exciting. What, Cam Ward?
Cam Ward.
He's excited. I saw him twice this season. Last weekend I got to see him. Hey, yo, if you want to prove that you are dominating ACC, you go out there this weekend and you beat the fuck out of them boys. And if they do that, I think this would put them even higher in the projections. And I ain't gonna lie, man. If there's a team that I've been watching outside of the SEC that I feel like can possibly fuck with the SEC teams, maybe it's that Miami team, bro, because we know one thing about the SEC. When you get an elite quarterback, and Rose knows this, an elite quarterback, that's the only thing that can really beat some of these SEC teams. Like, it's not fuck the defense, fuck the offense. No, you need an elite quarterback playing. Cam Ward, if I had the number one pick going into next year's draft, I would seriously consider him over Shador. So let's see what Miami does.
I got three games I would like to see, but two of the games I would like to see, and one game, like you say, Bert, I would love to be in this city when the shit go down. So one game I want to see is the Notre Dame Navy. That's going to be a dope one. The second one, that game I wouldn't mind watching, I know it's going to be decent and it's going to be entertaining. LSU and Texas A&M. But like you say, the one game I wish I could be there in the stadium, walking around in the atmosphere, is going to be Florida State in Miami, because that's like the clash. Like, you know what I'm saying? When them two get together, it's a hell of a game, man. So that's a game I wish I could be there for. But the other two is going to be nice to watch because it's competition on competition. You know what I'm saying? We want to see who's the better dude.
Yeah, man, and condolences to Georgia Southern, man, and the loss they had last night, man.
Yeah, that was a letdown game. They put too much energy on Saturday.
Yeah, they did, man. But hey, let's see if there's any letdown games in Week 8 of the NFL. C's, are there any NFL games that you're looking forward to, and any possible upsets, maybe?
I'm actually not that excited for these games this weekend. I'm really not. This is one of them weeks where I'm just like, We'll see. It might be one or two good games. Hey, Russell.
Hey, see, when you say stuff like that, that's when these upsets happen.
I hope not.
That's probably what's going to happen. It's going to be an upset week. Russell, I'm sorry we doubted you. I am sorry we doubted you, man. Shit.
Yo, real quick on that, man. I ain't trying to be too long with this. Me, Rose, and Juice Man, we saw the return of Russell Wilson. And let me tell you, he was a dying duck until that second quarter. And Rose said to me, "Hey man, Mike Tomlin gonna tell that nigga, hey, you gonna sit next to me." And after that, he threw a bomb. He threw a prayer, a Hail Mary.
It was a prayer
to George Pickens. And after that, we saw the old Russell Wilson. So hey, you right, Russell Wilson. We doubted that nigga too until he made that one pass.
No, I did not.
Sorry we doubted you.
But it's the home team. The game I really want to. I'm trying to catch. I'm praying on myself is this Atlanta and Tampa Bay. That's a big one for us.
Hey, man, you better not be playing on that game. We should beat the fuck out of niggas.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, they ain't got no players.
If we lose that game, we don't deserve to make playoffs.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Atlanta do be Atlanta. So,
hey, y'all, Atlanta in the suburb. That ain't fucking up.
Yeah.
ATL, what you doing? ATL?
Damn. You know what I'm saying?
Any other game C's that you had?
Nah.
Hey, man, so for me, Jets, Patriots, because both them teams is trash right now. Let's just be real. Bill Parcells said you are what your record is. One team is like 1-7, another team is like 2-6. They are what their record is. Christian Gonzalez has been one of the best corners since he got drafted. He's back to form now. He's probably going to be guarding Devontae Adams. Devontae, you need to show out this week to show why the Jets actually traded for you, man. Aaron, you looked horrible against the Steelers after that first quarter. You got to show why you wanted this nigga, man. So I'm looking forward to that game. The Cardinals-Dolphins. Tua comes back. He said he's not wearing that little thing.
Not wearing that shit. Personal choice.
You know, hey, Tua, hey, go out there, ball out, do your thing. But a lot of people got Tyreek Hill. They're excited. For people who got Jalen Waddle like Rose to my right, hopefully they're excited because them niggas have looked trash about Tua. Hey, Tua, all the niggas who said you was not a top 10 quarterback should be apologizing because that offense has been horrible since you've been gone.
Nope.
Kyler Murray, man, you got to start looking better, dog. You got to start going back to throwing for 250 yards a game, 2-3 touchdowns, and you got to get that nigga Marvin Harrison Jr. the ball. If for no other reason, that nigga's on my fantasy team. And he's on 2 of them. And I need that nigga to start performing. Like, nigga, I'm in a bind. Kyler. I'm in a bind. And lastly, Eagles-Bengals, bro. Is Joe Burrow going to keep putting, like, we've seen great Joe Burrow where he thrown 4-5 touchdowns in the game, 300-400 yards, and we've seen scary Joe Burrow. And, you know, Halloween is around the corner. We've seen Joe Burrow basically throw no touchdowns and less than 200 yards in the game.
And they still win, though, right?
The Eagles' defense is horrible.
You're only saying that because they wear orange.
Well, the Eagles' defense top 10 and scoring in
Oh, man.
yards
Joe,
allowed.
Joe, you need to do something this weekend, bro. But at the same time, the Bengals defense has given up like basically a lot of passing yards to a lot of these offenses. Jalen Hurts, man, it's time for you to put on the show, dog. It's like, thank God you got Saquon Barkley. Because Saquon Barkley has carried that offense, bro. Like, we haven't mentioned him in the MVP discussion, but you can make the real argument Saquon deserves to be in that discussion because he's had some amazing games. Jalen, you got to turn it up, bro. Because if you cannot throw for 250 or 300 yards against this defense, I don't see it coming, bro. And this is the perfect weekend for y'all to win because I think the Cowboys face the 49ers. So if the Cowboys lose and y'all win, y'all pretty much are going to be in the front runner seats. Jaden Daniels is not playing this weekend. He's hurt. Ain't no telling how long he'll be out. This is your opportunity to take hold of that division. No. Rose, you got any games?
No, I really ain't got no games, man. Other than the Dallas and 49ers, I want to see that game. Other than that, man, it's just football, man. I'm just ready to see something. You know what I'm saying? I'm just ready to see something.
Did you have something, Juice Man, before I move on?
What's up with their division? Because I think
the NFC East.
Yeah, I think they're number 2. They 2 games.
I think the Commanders are number 1.
That's right.
The Eagles are number 2.
That's
the
right.
Cowboys number 3.
That's right.
And the Giants is like number 10.
Yeah, so they 2 games back.
Maybe he didn't even catch that on C's. I said the Giants number. It's only 4 teams in the division. That's how bad the Giants are.
I'm not worried about the Giants. I'm talking about the Philly. Like Philly, 2-3 games back.
Yeah, they like a game or 2 back of
so even if they win, they gotta do a whole lot better.
Head in the water, man.
Yeah, because the war, them damn Washington.
But like I said, we don't know when Jaden Daniels coming back.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
catch up, catch up.
Hey, shout out to MGH because he got Jaden Daniels in the 18-team league, man. And Jaden Daniels been balling for that nigga. Man. So shout out to him, man.
Yeah, I wonder about.
Hey man, if some of these teams lose, like the Raiders and the Bengals this week, they're going to have to blow it up. Moving on to TNT, y'all. Boom!
Dynamite.
So there was this dude who made a video. It was comical, but I would say it was also like a documentary because it's like, it was informative too, it's educational purposes. Mm-hmm. He was trying to teach niggas how to properly bid in spades. And he was telling niggas, if you got this is how you supposed to bid. If you got this is how you supposed to bid. And I want to start off with the person that is the greatest underbidder in spades history that I know.
Brian.
Juice Man.
And yourself, nigga.
Juice Man. What do you think about somebody trying to teach people how to bid in spades on TikTok?
It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can use the help. It's cool that he did that, but when it comes to spades, it's more to it than just counting your books and playing because you got to know your other players. So you got to read people. It's almost like poker in a way. So if you're a good poker player, it's possibly you can be a good spades player because you can read the table. You got to be able to read the table without seeing. I feel like this dude wasn't talking about reading the table. He wasn't talking about reading your partner's hand, reading the people on your left, reading your partner on the right, so you can see what's coming before it comes. You gotta know how to read the table. If you can't read the table, you really can't call your books effectively when you're against good spade players. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to just be like, okay, I got an ace, I got a king, and this and that and that. It's a lot with counting cards. It's numbers, it's patterns. It's like you got to know what the fuck you're doing. If you're getting serious with it, but if you're just playing spades, so you got an ace, you got a king, you got a queen, that's 3 books. You know what I'm saying? But if you know the game, you know the cards, and you know it's only 52 in a deck, that queen might not walk. And if she do, that's a bad bitch.
And that's the thing he did. He was talking like I ain't got no tears. I got tears because he did a good job. Because the way basically that's what he did. He told people that didn't know how to bid to do that. He told them how many cards was in. If you have this, then do this. If you have this, how many suits of this suit, you do this. I think he broke it down pretty good. I think he broke it down pretty good.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, I got tears too because I think he broke it down pretty well. I think if you're a novice, the way he broke it down, it showed you how to bid, man. Because he explained if you got an ace and you got up to this many cards in that suit, you count the ace as a book. If you got a king and you got this many, of this suit in your hand, you count as a book. He even broke down, okay, if you got 4 spades and based off the other cards you got in your hand, the other suits, this one you cut.
How long was this video?
The video was about like 2 minutes long, man. It was a funny video, but it was an educational video too, man. Hey, man, I also got tears, man, because hopefully we can play some spades after this, man, and me and Rose can, do what we normally do and wipe the floor with you boys. C's, man, tears or no tears?
I don't know, tears. I mean, it was basics. Like, he's basically coming from a standpoint of somebody that's like, hey, if you've never played spades before, you don't play too often, these are the basics of it. He's like, hey. But then when you get into, like, an actual game, like, and you learn more, you're going to see people deviate from that shit. So, I mean.
True. Hey, talking about deviating, man. So, your favorite rapper, T.I.P., Tip, basically came out and said after he won his $71 million lawsuit, which for those who don't remember is against MGA, because they made something called Surprise Dolls a couple years ago.
Surprise what?
Surprise Dolls. Mm-hmm. And those Surprise Dolls basically mimic the likeness of the OMG dolls him and Tiny produced earlier in the decade, I think around between 2012 and 2015. So they basically sued them for basically trying to steal their product. They settled for $71 million. Mm-hmm. After that settlement, T.I. recently came out and said his last concert is going to be upcoming. I forgot the event, but it's an event that's coming up soon this year. And he said he's not performing live anymore because he doesn't feel like he has to dance for a monkey for people's entertainment. I got tears because at some point in time, I just want to say this, man. Do y'all love what these entities do for y'all, or do y'all love the entity? Because I see someone like LL Cool J who's still out here performing, and LL Cool J got money. Before we get into that, LL Cool J ain't no broke ass nigga. He's acting, he got money.
Look at Ice Cube.
Ice Cube too. I see people like Ice Cube and LL Cool J who still making rap music, who still out here performing because they love not rap, they love hip hop. Right. And that breaks my heart because I brought this conversation with Jay-Z earlier this year. Are we going to celebrate the artists in hip hop that actually love the art form? KRS One, him and Big Daddy Kane did a versus battle. And if you love hip hop, not just hit songs, that was one of the best versus battles because they took it back to the 80s when they was just freestyling. Like they said, fuck this hit songs. They just started freestyling over beats. They had their own DJs and stuff. Like at some point in time, like I love rap, but I'm a hip hop person do and die. I love to listen to artists that love to actually tell stories, that love to entertain. So it's like T.I., I understand you don't want to go to the white country clubs and entertain, but you don't want to come to the hood. You don't want to be on your people. You don't want to come to the Augusta, Georgia CSRA 706 every day and perform at the James Brown or the Civic Center. Yeah. And do a 20-song concert and not even have to rap. Because let's keep it real. For those who've been to these concerts, when you go to a concert like Boosie or T.I. in the South, Man, people know they songs word for fucking word to the point they ain't gotta rap, man. So it's like, yo, you don't want to do that and make a couple bands or whatever. Yeah, I got tears, man, because I thought you was just more for the people than that, bro.
Nah, I think it's more of a safety issue for him. Because it's so funny because I was watching the movie Be Cool earlier today. I was watching Be Cool earlier today for lunch.
Shout out to Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, The Rock. And it was funny because every time something happened, they was like, yo, I'm in the music business now. Everybody's trying to kill me. You see what I'm saying? It's like the music industry is dangerous, man. So he probably got to the point, it's like, okay, I made enough money. I hit 100 mil. Like, he might be at 120 now. I made my 100 mil. I'm going to sit my ass down and get like Eminem and get Ghost. I don't blame him. I don't blame him for that shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, I done see T.I. plenty of times live. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is, man, because he performs. But it's wild that he say dance like a monkey. That's kind of crazy. But he's going to do what he's going to do, and I'm happy for him. I'm glad he finally can take a breather. But he might be like T.I., not T.I., what's my man? Jay-Z. He might do a Jay-Z, like, I'm retiring. And then come back a few years later, like, oh, I'm going to release a track. And back to doing music again. So it is what it is. It's just publicity. You know what I'm saying?
Like you said, man, it's funny you said Be Cool with the Rock in it, because wrestlers never retire. Like, these rappers never retire. Sees.
I mean, you got to look at certain artists. Certain artists, you know, they're not going to do this for 30 years. You can see the patterns. Like, even some people that say they retire, they come back. You never know. I can understand it from an entertainer standpoint. It's like saying, like, hey, you know, when I go on tour, it takes a lot. It's not some easy shit where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna go, you know, perform here and there. It's like, nah, you on the road, away from your family, and all this shit. And you got to look at where people are in their careers. He probably wants to do more movies or other things. So I'm no knock to him. When is the last time T.I. performed? I don't recall him.
That's what I was about to say, because I ain't got no tears, because he ain't been on tour, he ain't made no movies. Only thing he been doing is running his mouth. You know what I'm saying? The big mouth of the deep south. You know what I'm saying? That's who he is now. The big mouth of the deep south. He ain't the king of the south no more. He's the big mouth of the big south. That's all he is. He's running his mouth all the time. He go places. He don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? He already put his money people on. His people got rich. He rich. Hey, good. Hey, no problem. We don't need to hear 24s no more. There's other things we can hear. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do it, other people will. Boosie out here doing his thing. Jeezy out here doing his thing. Gucci out here doing his thing. If you don't run around with them boys, you came out with them. But
Pastor
Troy doing his thing. If you don't run around with them boys, it's fine. We don't have to hear you anymore. Because we don't plug your music up in the speakers anymore anyway.
You did make a good point though. Like, did y'all see that interview with Dro and T.I.?
Yeah.
I thought they did that because they were about to go on tour or somebody.
Nah, it's Dro. It's his sober tour.
Okay.
Hey, man, speaking of Boosie, man, T.I., where that Boosie and T.I. album at, dog? Where that at, nigga? Hey, man, talking about where that at. Yo, revenge is a dish best served cold. So this man, whose brother was killed by this other individual, decided to look up that dude's baby mama, started talking to the baby mama, decided to basically FaceTime after, I guess he got good with the baby mama, and he stabbed the baby mama to death while he's on FaceTime with the man who killed his brother, and he gonna go ahead and slap the man's sons while he's on FaceTime with the dude. Tears, man, because, nigga, that is some savagery at its finest. That is some, I'm going to sit here and wait to dive this knife in you, because, yo, that nigga was not playing checkers, bro. That nigga was playing chess.
He wasn't even playing chess. He was a whole ass bitch, because what happened to the dude that killed his brother? He was supposed to off that nigga too. That nigga weak as fuck, bro. That nigga a bitch ass nigga, man.
Sees?
Tears, man. That's some diabolical shit. We're past the days where people do, you know, women and kids you don't touch, whatever. But slap him on FaceTime. It is a bitch move to. He's in jail now, so he can't even get the brother He can't even get them now. So
that dumb ass nigga.
you supposed to have him come to the house.
Can I ask a question real quick?
It's a get back.
What's worse though? Is it worse that had he killed the brother, or is it worse that the brother has to now reminisce about his kids being slapped like hoes and his baby mama, who he probably had some love for, being killed to death? I'm saying, like, sometimes the best revenge ain't necessarily putting it on the person.
Yes, it is.
Put on the person's loved ones.
They're gonna fry him.
You do all of them motherfuckers. You're gonna put it on the loved ones and that nigga.
They're gonna fry him, and then this is the other thing we got to think of. He has to go to prison now. So who's to say we don't know who the brother is? He could pay some money to get that nigga on the inside too. So it's like, hey, it's the revolving cycle of death.
My favorite shit. Everybody gonna get it. Goddamn.
Ask for PC, nigga. Ask for PC.
Everybody gotta get it. Not just half stepped on that shit.
Yeah, I ain't got no tears for neither one of them, but I thought it was genius move. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was a genius move.
Nigga was playing chess.
Yeah, he said,
that's checkers at its finest.
He said, you killed my brother. All right, I'm gonna kill your baby mama, and I'm gonna slap your kids around on FaceTime. That get back and mother.
He had that Robin. Like, I slap you when I wanna, slap you when I wanna.
That get back and mother. That get back and mother.
That nigga probably having nightmares about that shit right now.
I feel y'all, but they ain't shit because he didn't get the person he was supposed to get.
But he got somebody.
I guarantee you that nigga thinking about that shit right now.
He got somebody.
No, he ain't.
Hey, man.
And it was funny.
He killed somebody. That's illegal. Something that is also illegal is going through your spouse's phone. They started talking about the federal wiretapping. There was this Texas divorce attorney online talking about how, due to the federal wiretapping, you cannot go through your spouse's phone.
In certain states, but should go around the world.
Even if
it's federal.
Even if you have their password, you are not allowed to go through their phone and share their information. I don't know if this is something new. I was trying to see if this
it's something new.
Okay, I was trying to see if this was something that was just passed, or was it something that, because sometimes you have laws that's been on the books, but then they go to court and then they redefine the laws.
Yeah, so it just got passed, and it's only in certain states, but I think other states are going to try to adopt
it. Yeah. And she said in the video that this is not just something in Texas. This is going to be affecting everyone nationwide. I ain't got no tears, man, because you shouldn't be going to your spouse phone any fucking way. Because at some point in time, man, we got to get to the point in relationships. If we don't have trust, we don't have nothing. Either that nigga cheating, either that bitch cheating, or they not. So if you got to go through their phone to find out, what's the point? And me and Rose talk about this all the time. What the fuck you going to do if you find out? Because if you going to stay, if you know, and ladies, I'm really speaking to y'all right now. You know if you want to stay with a nigga. If you want to stay with a nigga, then honestly and truthfully, don't even go looking for shit. Because all you're going to do is you're going to break your heart, you're going to get upset, you're going to cry, and now you're finna try to beat on this nigga and do dumb shit, and y'all finna just have 2-3 months of just some awkwardness, and then you can go back to just whatever. So if you just one of the people that you know you're going to stay, then don't even worry about if that nigga cheating, man. Long as that nigga ain't having a baby on you, long as when you go get your pap smear or you get your pussy checked out, and the doctor ain't telling you got trichinosis or some kind of STD, hey, you good. Let that shit be chalking to the game. And lastly, long as them bills is paid, man, long as when you crank that car up, because it's 2024, because these niggas ain't repoing your car no more, they just cutting it off. Long as when you crank that car up, it cranks up, and long as you cut that faucet and that water come on, you hit that switch, that light come on, you open that fridge light is on, and there's food in that bitch. Hey, guess what? That mean that nigga paying everything in that house, or at least helping pay everything in that house. So be happy, nigga. What Bob Marley say? Don't worry, be happy.
Yeah, see, what's FBI stand for?
Oh,
do you remember?
Fucking bitches investigating.
There you go.
Or females be Let me clean it up. Females be investigating.
Yeah.
Don't clean that shit up, man. They know they bitches.
Yeah.
Let's see, tears or no tears.
Tears. I mean, it's tears of joy. I mean, there should have been some shit already set in place, because it's like you invade somebody's privacy. Now the other thing was the trips it out is like the self-incriminating shit. So it was like, okay, how did you come about getting this information? The lawyer was like, okay, you got this, but how did you get it? How did you get the information? So it's like, why are you going through phones anyway? It's like there's other signs you can look at somebody, they cheating, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's like if you find out, do what you're going to do, but now they're basically just saying you can't use that evidence because of the way you obtained it in court. So, I mean, it's some shit that should have been around. No tears, man.
Yeah, I ain't got no tears either, but I think it's a good law. You shouldn't be able to, because what the hoes was doing, and hoes could be dudes and females, was going through a person's phone and using that against the other person in divorce court or child support court or whatnot, and trying to be like, oh yeah, this person did this. When you sign them papers, it shouldn't be none of that. Like, stand up. You stand on what you want. You stand on what he wants. And if he did this, it's okay. Okay, I understand this. But if she did this, I understand that too. But y'all supposed to be a partner. Y'all supposed to be together. Either you gonna stick it out or you gonna let it loose. But as far as you trying to use that as ammunition, that's facts. It should be wrong. It should be against the law. Now, if you want to go through it and you're not gonna use it against no ammunition, then I understand what you're saying. You just want to know what's going on. Okay. But if the other person takes it to another level, then you gotta have to deal with those consequences.
Hey man, Rose said, let it loose. He didn't say get your booty loose. Make sure y'all pay attention to that wording, man. So,
No diddy.
Talking about getting loose. Yo, there was this person that found another person on Tinder. They started talking. Basically, long story short, the nigga was like, why you got all your shit with you? She was like, I live in the city. What the fuck does that mean? Hey, I'm homeless, nigga. He was like, what's good? And that nigga said, I'm homeless too. This is my homeboy spot. But we can kick it here tonight and chill. I got Netflix and everything. You can suck my dick and we can have a good time. Y'all got tears of laughter because I'm single. I can't speak for everybody else at the table. I'm basically single.
You can speak for everybody else at the table.
I don't have nobody holding me back. The words of Macho Man Randy Savage. I ain't got no peep scripts holding me back.
All right, Marcus.
Yo, I've been on Tinder. I've been on Match. I've been on Black.com. And let me tell you, if I found a bitch that was homeless.
You speaking foreign languages to me.
My first thing, yeah, exactly, because y'all married. Y'all don't have to know about these apps. If I found a bitch that was homeless, my first thought would be, yeah, bitch, I'm trying to get that pussy. What's good? Like, you trying to get $40 because I know you're homeless. I give you $50 because you go hotel room. That nigga was just, hey, man, let me keep it real, man. I know some people mad talking about they shouldn't be thinking about that shit, but when you in poverty, hey, man, it's like, fuck it, I'm trying to get my dick sucked for 20 minutes because I'm trying to get my mind off of this shit. I'm trying to get my pussy ate for like 15 minutes because I'm trying to get my mind off this shit. So, hey, man, as far as the do, I hope you smash, my nigga. And I'm going to keep it real. Me and Rose talked about this on the side. I thought it was niggas. I thought it was like that Dr. Umar meme. It's niggas, y'all. It's niggas. No, it was crackers. It was crackers. It was, and it wasn't Chris Wright, it was Al Cracker. Hey, man, Juice, man. What you think about these two homeless people on Tinder finding love?
I don't know if they found love.
Hey, he beat me to it.
They found some friction at least.
This nigga beat me to it. Like, want some love. I thought Tinder was like supposed to be stuck a hook up. Wham, bam, thank you, man, kind of shit. But some people do find their significant others online. So it is what it is. Me personally, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's just so the laws of attraction. That's how we come to this situation. He was homeless and he was on there looking for someone, and he just happened to find somebody else that was homeless like him. So more power to him. I hope him the best. Maybe they're gonna turn around and they'll get off the streets. But hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's life. The ball keeps rolling, and the world don't stop.
Yeah, man. It's pretty much. It's damn, man. I'm not speechless, but bro, it's life goes on, like you said, man. Try not to leave.
Right.
It's a fucked up situation. Basically a match made in heaven, man. Match made in heaven.
Yeah.
Priorities.
You would think.
Priorities. It's like why are you on Tinder in the first place?
Even homeless people got phones. That's the craziest part. That's the thing people don't realize is, okay, if you're homeless, how come you have a fucking cell phone?
That's another thing. And then it's like she took the bus. I got show up on the porch. I got all my shit.
Was really homeless. It sounds like they wasn't really homeless. They just
no. She was in between places.
Yeah, it don't sound like
she lives in the city. She's in between places.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It don't sound like they're really homeless. It's like I'm chilling on my friend's couch.
So yeah,
That's not homeless. Homeless to me, when I think of homeless, I'm thinking living underneath the highway.
Nah, it's one of those situations. It's like perfect match made in heaven, man. Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you shouldn't be on Tinder in the first place, but you got other shit to worry about. But hey, everybody deserves love.
Rose.
Yeah, man. I ain't got no cheers, man, but this was so funny to me. I might have tears of laughter because this was so funny. Because buddy said, shoot, man, I'm homeless too. You know what I'm saying? He's like, why you got all that stuff with you though? For real. But he was like, man, we could just chill here. I loved it, man. It was a wonderful video to watch. I hope it was real. But you know, everything that's on the internet, you got to take it with a grain of salt because it's probably not real, but it happens in real life sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I loved it, man. It was fun, but I don't have a problem with them doing what they got to do. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're homeless, you still got to live your life. You know what I'm saying? You might find Prince Charming. You might find Princess Leia. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Somebody might save you because these simps out here being captain saving hoes. You know what I'm saying? They're being, you know what I'm saying? It's a race heaven for these hoes in some places. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's wrong with these hoes, but they be homeless.
Hey, yo, what's wrong with these hoes?
What's wrong?
So, you know, last week we talked about Big Meech came home, and there was a lot of people online talking about how the strip culture going to change again because, you know, Big Meech is back. And shit that was slide ain't gonna slide no more. And I saw a lot of, you know, dancers and hoes in the strip club talking about, hey, Big Meech, I don't know you, I ain't never met you, but these niggas been doing this, they been doing that. I'm happy you back now. They gonna stop. Man, hey, so this one hoe posted, hey, man, if you gonna try to dance 3 girls, if you gonna try to get a dance from 3 girls, you gotta spend more than a band. You gotta spend a band per girl. If you gonna spend a band, that's only 1 girl that you should have dancing with you because these hoes got bills.
Yeah.
Hey,
you kind of flipped it because he said you can't come to the strip club with only a band and expect to get danced by multiple girls.
Yeah, basically, for those who did not understand it, that's basically what she said. If you only got a band and you think you're going to get dancing with multiple girls, they not going for that no more.
That's why she's
What's wrong with these hoes, y'all?
That's why she's a stripper and not an owner. That's why she don't own the club. She's just dancing in. She's just talking on the side of her motherfucking neck. Bitch, if I come in the club with $1,000, what the lap dancers going for?
Well, the ones we go to $5.
$5. So that's $5 divided by 1,000. What's that? What's that? That's 200. What is that?
The bottle.
Yeah, that's 200.
Oh,
So that means I got 200 bitches, bitch. I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga that come with 1,000. I get a dance from each bitch because I got to show love. That means I got 200 bitches, bitch. What the fuck wrong with you? Because if I got a band and I got 1 stripper, she best to be fucking. This ain't no way I'm spending $1,000 just throwing $1,000 for a bitch that ain't fucking. She gotta be fucked up. Yo, come on now. Let's be real. I'm coming in the club. Yo, that's how I do. We done been all the strip club with me before. Y'all know how I do. I gotta show love to everybody. So every girl that in there $5 that dance, I need a dance from each chick. Give me a song, DJ. Run that shit. And the clubs don't even have 200 dancers in it, so it'd be like what, 50 dancers?
Yeah.
So that what that means? That means I get each chick got to sit on my lap for 4 songs.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That means I get each chick in the club. I need it for 4 dances on my lap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I
Let's
don't
be real with this shit. Bitch, you got me fucked up $1,000, bitch. One strip. Bitch!
I don't know what's wrong with these hoes, y'all, because this is crazy to me because, you know, I'm kind of with Juice Man. Like, y'all see me in the strip club. When I go to the strip club, and I'm going to say this, there are some people I know, you know, Caesar's kind of one of them. He likes to find one bitch, develop a rapport with that one bitch.
Hold on, don't before you even do that. Don't act like it's the only bitch I get to dance from.
No,
I still throw around.
It's not just you. MGH the same way. Y'all like to find y'all might get a dance from another bitch, but y'all do like to spend majority of your money on one bitch. I like to talk to that.
Because I've already tested the other three. These other bitches was like just one bitch standing there. One bitch is just standing there not doing nothing.
It's not.
So I get another one. She just
it's not a negative thing, bro. I'm just saying.
Like, y'all
do. You and MGH like to just find one bitch and spend most of your money with that one.
After I've already had that, like 3 other bitches. So what you
I got $250. I'm trying to get 5, 7, 10 bitches. I'm trying to get a dance for each bitch. Now, if there's one bitch I fall in love with, I may spend a little bit more on her and try to get her number on Instagram so I can link up afterwards. But for the most part, I'm like a kid in the candy store.
Speak your truth.
I'm trying to get some Skittles. I'm trying to get some Baby Ruths. I'm trying to get some Snickers. I'm trying to get some gummy candy. I'm trying to get it all. Because I see some thick bitches, some light-skinned bitches, Hispanic bitches. I'm trying to get everything I can. So, what you talking about, ho? I would never spend just a band on one bitch. Because if I walk in the strip club with a band, I'm like Juice Man. I'm trying to at least get 20 to 30 bitches to sit on this dick, bro.
That's a great night.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's wrong with them, man. $1,000 in the strip club. Wow, that's something I've never done, and it probably would never do unless we hit the lotto. But cause I ain't about to pay y'all hoes rent. That ain't about to happen. All your tuition. You know what I'm saying? I got things I got to do at home. But I digress. But how do you go tell somebody
how they're supposed to spend their money?
How they supposed to spend their money?
And we don't supposed to tip them. We don't supposed to tip you unless we like you, bitch. I'm showing love, man.
Like, you already come over here begging for a drink for a bottle. That's one thing I hate too. Like, oh yeah, what's going on? You want to beg for a drink at the bottle? Can I get a shot? Ho, buy your own shot. Why you over here bothering me? I'm smoking a cigar. I might be watching the game. You bothering me, ho. I'll let you know. But you in my space. Oh, you should be tipping me. You're in my space. You coming over here bothering me. How much you gonna pay me?
2 songs. I need $20.
How much you gonna pay me, ho? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Like, really going on? Like, y'all getting ridiculous and out of pocket. Because I thought it was what's that word they called it? They said when everything went up, inflation. I thought it was inflation. But y'all still doing the same dances. But y'all want a nigga to pay more? I thought when the inflation, something's supposed to go down then? How the same product going up when you go somewhere else and get it for cheaper?
I do got a question, y'all. So we in the strip club before we move into the last topic. You got one bitch. What are you typically spending on one bitch just for dances? Juice Man.
No matter what city I'm in. The city determines a lot.
A big city. Let's say a big city.
A big city? 300. I'm in a big city.
On one?
Yeah. In a big city. She bad or she?
Yeah, I mean,
like I said, I'm actually showing interest in this chick.
Nah, man, ask her. It's just a stripper. It's just a stripper.
Oh, I'm not. Hey, I appreciate you coming to talk to me. Here's $2.
So $200 for Juice Man.
No. Here's $2 fucking. I appreciate you coming and talking to me. Here's $2. Keep that shit moving, bitch.
Caesar C's.
How long have I been there? And it's like I've already got dancers from other chicks, so it's like maybe.
Why you dudes gotta go around the question? Just answer the question.
I mean, if it's a great night, maybe 100. That's it.
Man, if a chick come through, I'll give her $5, $10. Cause I'm gonna get 2 dances, and I'm like, okay.
Look, she done danced for about that. She done been dancing, chilling with me for about 2 hours. Though.
$2. I mean, what you better say $2?
$2.
They ain't giving $2. Come on, it'd be surreal. You go get 2 dances.
Man,
You earned She earned $100.
If I don't feel you, if you a chicken, I don't feel you. At
We
least
ain't
I'll
say
give
that.
you something.
We ain't say that.
I'm spending if I'm in the club, let's say pinups $5 lap dance. I'm probably going. If the girl's basic, I'm spending $1.
That's all I'm saying.
If I like her, I'm spending $40.
Shit. No,
If I really like her and I think I got a chance to fuck, I'm gonna give her 2 dubs and I'm probably gonna throw 10, 15 ones. And then I'm gonna say, hey bitch, I spent the money I gotta spend. How much you trying to fuck?
It's to be realistic.
Yeah, like,
That's what I'm doing.
Like, bro,
That's me.
Yeah.
Now,
like I said, I'm gonna get 2 dances and like, all right, I'm good. That's $10 or $20.
Now if you try to earn
Most
more,
places we go to is $5 lap dances, so that's $10.
if you trying to earn more, are you trying to leave the club?
I'm not giving a chick $10.
For 2 dances? Yes, you are.
No, I'm not feeling this bitch.
He ain't asked you that.
That's cool, bro. I mean, hey, like I said,
hold on.
I'm just telling you me. I'm just telling you
sipping.
me.
I've been sipping. We've been sipping on the night.
If you in the strip club and a bitch come to you and she looking good to you, and
I'm feeling the chick.
how much are you going to spend on her in the strip club?
I'm feeling it.
You think she look good at least?
Okay, before I ask for a number.
Yes, before anything happened, how much are you going to spend on her? How much are you going to tip her in dances and stuff?
Oh, you gonna earn it, man.
Probably 60.
It ain't gonna be $100 off rip. It's like you literally gonna earn it. Like you gonna sit there and dance for fucking.
Once I get to $100,
if it's $80, you gonna earn it.
If I get to $100, that means I got a number in my pocket.
Okay,
I haven't seen the phone.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's real. For me, it's like 60, 80.
Yeah.
100 is cool. 100 is cool. 100 is cool.
Yeah.
We ain't no sucker for 100. See what you said.
I said it's earned. It ain't gonna be like,
it's going
what's
to be
your number?
earned.
What's your number?
oh, what? At that time, or you talking about just the limit?
Yo, bro, what's the number, nigga?
100.
100. Okay, cool. And me and Rose about the same. Okay, cool. Hey, man, these strippers be scary, man, with the way they be trying to go in niggas' pockets. And I know Halloween's around the corner. It's next Thursday for those who don't know. So it's spooky season. So to start off this last topic, which is going to go in many different ways, what is your top 5 horror movies? However you define a horror movie is up to you. Also, give your top 5 candies. If you ain't got 5, that's cool too. C's, what's up?
So we got Hellraiser. The second one scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. I just never saw a movie like that up until Hellraiser, like the series, Pandora's Box, and all that bullshit. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Pinhead. I was like, oh, this nigga is the devil. The fuck. Second one, The Exorcist. I don't really like that. I don't really care for demonic shit with movies. I'm more of a slashers fan, but Exorcist definitely was one of those classic. Shit was different, especially when the shit came out in theaters. The clown scene.
You playing game.
The original It. When I was a kid, you got to realize I was like 8 when I seen the original It, and it was the clown scene.
Let me ask you a question. What about the original It did it for you? Because the new It was a little bit more gruesome.
It was the fact that it was like a creature that could change into your fear. So it's like whatever you fear. The concept of it is like whatever you fear is, gonna be it. So like, but the clown scene in particular, I'm like, why is this nigga a clown? And I never been a big fan of clowns when I was a kid. Third one is The Descent. It's an eerie movie, man.
Is that the cave movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a little creepy, man. And then the last one, man, this movie. Woo! If you ever see it, Human Centipede. That's a fucked up movie. That is a fucked up
Have you
movie.
seen all 3?
Nah, first one was good. I'm good. First one is enough for me. I am perfectly fine never seeing that shit.
Juice Man, do you have 5 horror movies?
I guess I had the Poltergeist, the old school. I forgot the one with the animals in it. It was like cemetery. Pet Cemetery. The Saws. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. So that's 3.
No, Saws. So that's probably like 7, 8. I don't know how many 10.
I just kind of want to franchise this one movie
Yeah.
But if you ain't got two, I'm moving to Rose.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So The Ring.
That's a good one.
The Ring, Beetlejuice.
Which one or two?
I only seen one. I haven't seen two, but one is fantastic. You know what I'm saying? One is that thing. Shout out to Maury and his wife. I think they wore Beetlejuice costumes.
That was the night before Christmas.
That was the night before Christmas. Oh,
yeah, the
okay.
night before Christmas.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Beetlejuice. Okay. And Freddy Krueger. So I guess the Friday 13th. Is that Friday?
Yeah.
That's Freddy Krueger.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay, so Freddy Krueger.
Friday 13th is Freddy Krueger too.
That's
right?
Jason Voorhees.
Oh,
Okay.
Shit, man.
Yeah. Okay. So Freddy Krueger movie. New movie. Talk to Me.
What's that?
That's the one on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
It might be on Netflix now. I saw it on something else. Talk to Me.
Talk to me. What's that about?
It's a scary movie. It's a good movie.
It's about a scary movie about.
You should watch it. I don't really want to get into what it's about, but you know what I'm saying I can, but we get into that offline. Talk to Me is the name of the movie, and Candyman. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to put Candyman in it because we talked about it last week, but yeah, Candyman.
That's a home run.
So, you know what I'm saying? Verteezy.
And that's a giant.
Verteezy.
That's a giant motherfucker.
Verteezy.
So for me personally, my 5 movies, I went off of movies that I enjoy watching as well as movies that scare me. So Scream was one of my top 5 because it was different. It wasn't too many horror movies that I can remember when I was younger where there was a twist where there was 2 killers in it. And in the first Scream movie, there was 2 killers. There was both the homeboys that was the killers and the boyfriend was one of the killers too. So that was crazy.
Good movie.
I Know What You Did Last Summer. That was like one of the first revenge horror movies because of the fact that they had, I think, killed the dude's son or some shit like that. And the fisherman basically was getting revenge for that. But basically, it was one of the first horror movies where the plot mattered. Like, as the movie went on, it was like, oh, damn, this is why this nigga doing this shit. And it was kind of crazy because there was a lot of suspense to it and stuff like that. And it was a man with a hook. So that was a very good one. Bride of Chucky. All the Chuckies is good. But the Bride of Chucky, I've been watching that with my older cousin. He's about the age of Rose and Juice Man. And I remember being like in elementary school and middle school. And this back, for those who don't know, when you had VHS and you had to order stuff, on pay-per-view or whatever, he ordered the movie, and we used to order movies to be for 24 hours long. We saw Bride of Chucky. The reason why I had Bride of Chucky over the other Chuckies is because it was the first horror movie that took us into the next century, if that makes sense. Because it had a little hip-hop elements in it. It was more modern day. It wasn't that whole we in the backwoods shit. It was like, yeah, niggas got cell phones and shit. But they kind of found a way to still make it scary. As well as, it was a scene where Chucky and Tiffany was fucking as dolls. And that was kind of like interesting. Jeepers Creepers, because to this day, I don't know what the fuck that nigga is. I don't know if he's some demonic ass shit, if he an alien. I don't know if he is some swamp thing. Like, to this day, all I know is every 26 years, for 1 month, he come out, he eat people, and if he need whatever he need, like if he need Rose's eyes, he eat Rose's eyes. If he need Juice Man's nose,
he don't eat them, he takes them.
Yeah, he'll smell and taste you, and he'll like that shit was just then nigga fly. Nigga, you can fly?
Yeah,
like it was like basically when you try to swat a roach and you be like, oh, this nigga flying? That's how it was. It was like
that's how scary it was.
Exactly. The whole movie we didn't know the nigga fly, and out of nowhere wings come out. It's like, hold on, this nigga fly?
Yeah.
Now the last one, the reason why this is scary to me is, hey man, I'm very religious, and me and MJ talk about this sometimes. I feel like if you're religious, movies like this as an adult would scare you more. Insidious.
I was gonna pick that one. That was a great one, but it's like Those are scary movies. All three of them.
Yes.
Those are scary movies.
Yeah, it's actually 4 of them.
There's 4 of them.
Yeah, it's 4 of them. And to me, when you were religious, any movies that kind of dive into that demonic, spiritual realm will scare you because if you're religious, it's automatic. It's like, I believe there's a God, so there got to be a devil. And if there's a devil, there got to be demons. So, like, just that movie in itself was scary because they had a lot of shock scares. And for those who don't understand what that is, it's just when the music starts playing and the character's doing some shit, and the next thing you know, boom, someone pops up. And that movie does a good job of doing that.
It's a good movie.
Now, my top 5 candies, hey, man, I love Snickers. Skittles.
You know, Fat Boy gonna have top 5 candies.
Yeah, got to. Airheads when I was a kid. Any kind of gummy candy for the most part. And Baby Ruths. See?
For everybody who don't like candy corns, go somewhere. Them shit's good.
Oh my goodness.
Nigga. And it was a bummer. Trash.
Trash. See, I knew this was coming, man. But hey, shout out to candy corns. That's why
he just want to be different. He don't even
so
like
you
candy
the nigga
corns.
that's keeping them in business. You keeping them in business.
I might be one of them.
He don't even like candy corn. He just said it just to get a rise out of us.
I actually like candy corns, but yeah,
I ain't never seen you.
I might be one of them. Let me
We got
see.
well, you got well, your contest. You got to eat a whole bag next week.
You can't. Like, it's just like any candy. You eat enough of it, you gonna get sick of it.
Nah, I'm player. I get a whole bag of Snickers and I won't get sick.
Especially for the movies, hot tamales, lemon heads.
You like spicy foods, I ain't surprised.
Lemon heads definitely eat a whole box of them. And then probably
You can eat a whole box of lemon head, but you can't eat a whole box of candy corn.
Nah, man.
Oh,
So what's the last candy
The
seeds?
last one, man, it's a toss up, man. I'm probably say milk chocolate M&M's.
Okay.
Do you got any candies?
Nope. Snickers, Twix, Kit Kats.
Chocolate.
I didn't say chocolate. I said Snickers. I said
They
Snickers.
all got chocolate in common. That's why I asked.
Yeah, I ain't say Kiss. That's chocolate.
My bad.
That's chocolate. I said Snickers. You
You
know,
said Snickers,
Twix, Kit Kats. You know what I'm saying? Gummy bears,
Okay.
Hardballs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Hardballs, nigga.
Hardballs, gummy
Oh,
bears,
shit, nigga. I was expecting to hear that.
Hardballs, gummy
The
bears.
Coca-Cola flavor or just any flavor?
No, the original flavors.
Okay, my bad. Okay.
The original flavors. I get the mixed pack every now and then, but that's when I'm feeling froggy.
Hey,
And
Yeah, man.
last one, shoot, man, what you call it?
what you call it? Okay, Juice Man.
Yeah, he went
You
back.
being the oldest nigga to tell you probably gonna take candy cane. What's your 5 candy?
No, sir. Snickers, Twix. What y'all know about them 100 grands?
Okay, the money grands.
That's shit. Twizzlers.
That's a good one. Twist is a good one.
And I guess like you said, gummies. I like gummy shit. So like Airheads, gummy bears, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fructose, high in fructose. I like that shit.
Cool. Before we wrap it up, we got 2 last quick things. C's, you was talking about like, hey man, we doing horror movies, but what about horror TV shows? C's, are there any like horror TV shows that you want to give a shout out to?
All right, shout out to the Chiller Network. If you ever had DirecTV, you will remember that. Chiller Network had all them old shows. It was a show that came out around the same time as Tales of the Crypt. Tales of the Crypt is one of them. I can't remember the name of the show, but it's real similar to Tales of the Crypt. That's one of them. Just that. What was the dude's name?
How we go for movies and shows?
This all Halloween horror related, man.
Skeleton. Then we talked about it. Read Goosebumps. If you was a kid, you 90s kid, you a Nick
Goosebumps,
kid.
I don't know if it was scary, but that was some good shit though.
They had some creepy episodes.
Yeah.
Slappy the puppet episode. The dude walking around in the trench coat. The cat. The werewolf episode was real creepy. Are You Afraid of the Dark was definitely creepier than Goosebumps.
Wait, was it?
Yeah, it was. It was definitely.
Hey Rose, did you have any horror shows?
Man,
It's stupid.
No.
I do have
Tales of the
one.
Crypt.
I do have
I
one,
only
but
had 2. I had Tales of the Crypt,
give me a second.
and I
I
had
don't know the name of it.
I had Tales of the Crypt because
Bones.
C's talked about Slappy from Goosebumps, there was an episode, for those who know the great Don Rickles, a white comedian, like there was an episode in Tales of the Crypt where basically he was a ventriloquist. And basically we found out that basically the doll was not a doll. It was his actual twin brother that was on his hand.
Oh shit!
And it had a life of its own, and it was murdering people or whatever. Tales of the Crypt was always crazy because it would always be some wild ass shit that happened in it. So that was always scared of me.
Crackheads.
I'm gonna tell you what scared me the most in Tales of the Crypt. It was, for those who remember the intro, the way the show would start. Like it would be like that scary music. You would start off in the graveyard. You would go into the cemetery. You would go into the like mortuary or whatever. And the next thing you know, the crypto would pop up and he just start screaming, ah! And then next thing you know, the show would start with him just telling the story. Another two is Master of Horrors. For those who know, HBO Max had a show called Masters of Horror. The one that stuck out the most to me was the George Washington episode where they found out George Washington was a cannibal, and there was like these George Washingtonians. It was all cannibals or whatever, and it was just it was crazy, bro. It was crazy because it was like, yo, this is crazy. And then the last one, this is more modern day, American Horror Story, because pretty much American Horror Story for the last 10 years has been the standard for if you're trying to be scared, if you're trying to be entertained. This is a TV show to watch. Mm-hmm. You know, did you have any TV shows, Juice Man, that was on that horror spectrum that you would like to mention?
Tales from the Hood, Tales from the Crib. They like TV shows that. Nah, not really. If it came on TV, it really didn't mess with me too much. Because it wasn't gruesome enough. You know what I'm saying? It didn't show enough. So, yeah.
Okay, y'all, man. Well, Rose, do you have anything before we close out tonight?
No, I ain't got nothing, man.
Okay, then. Hey, C's, final thoughts.
If you into video games, there's a lot of good video games that came out this year. There's a lot of like shock horror type video games. Two underrated ones I got, that scariest games I played. Fear, it's F period E. You like Fear with periods, it stands for something. Fear 2 was the scariest one, and then Condemned ones was just the way that shit ended, creepy as shit.
You ever played BioShock?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a creepy movie. I mean, that creepy video game.
It was up there.
Yeah,
it's definitely a great series. The games, but man, Condemned ones was different. Criminal ones or Condemned. That second one, the way they ended on a twist, it was scary. And then like a lot of people mentioned they think Silent Hill's a great horror movie. I only saw the first one, but even the series and I mentioned Resident Evil 2. It's been remade twice, so I mean there you go. But y'all stay safe out there.
I'm gonna tell you what's scary for me, man. What's scary for me is living in a society, in a country that can be ran by a man that has 34 fucking felonies.
39.
My bad, 39. A man that has been accused of sexual assault by 2 to 3 women. A man that is known for not paying contractors. We talk about the middle class all the time, and middle class workers, he's known for not paying them to do projects because of the fact he has enough money to basically not worry about lawsuits. What's scary to me is the fact that there's a lot of people that want to vote for Donald J. Trump and not Kamala Harris, who has basically done things the right way. We are in an election year, and I just want to make sure I state this. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're Democratic. I don't care if you're independent. I don't care if you're Green Tea Party. Like, for all my friends that are Republican, much love to you, much shout out to y'all. This is not about party lines. This is about right versus wrong. You got one candidate that has not shown to be qualified to run this country from a moral standpoint. And if your morals can be sold because you feel like your groceries will be cheaper, gas will be cheaper, and you will make a couple extra dollars for the next 4 years, and you are okay with someone running this country, that you would not be okay with being the principal of your kids' elementary school, something is wrong with you. Because if someone had Donald J. Trump's credentials in terms of all the accusations and all the convictions, you would not be okay with that being your principal of a fucking elementary school. And lastly, you cannot even vote in most of these states if you have a felony. So the fact that most of you white people, and I hate to say it like that, but that's the most of the people that basically got kids talking online, are okay voting for somebody who has 39 convicted fucking felonies. You okay with making the president of the United States, but these same felons that come out of prison and be reformed, you don't want them working in your areas. You don't want them living in your neighborhoods. You don't want them to be teachers and doctors and stuff. Be ashamed of yourself if you're willing to vote for Donald J. Trump. In the words of Ed B. and Rakim, peace.
Yeah, man. Y'all can catch it at the polls, man. We in traffic. And I'm back quiet.